Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video, I'm going to review and demo the new eyeshadows from Makeup Geek. So recently Marlena decided to reformulate and relaunch her line of eyeshadows, and I was fortunate enough to be on their PR list thanks to you guys, because I guess Marlena had asked on Twitter for the names of some more mature YouTubers or beauty influencers, and you guys suggested me. So Makeup Geek reached out and put me on their PR list, and so I am the happy recipient of both of these Matrix palettes, as they're now called. So if you remember the previous Makeup Geek eyeshadow products, I have a couple of them here. This was one of my all-time favorite palettes. This is the old traditional 9-pan palette. As you can see, the wells here are round. So now she's come out with this new matrix system where the pans are square. So the way she's organized it now is you can buy like the full vault of both the matrix palettes. They retail for $124.99 a piece, or you can also buy 9-shade palettes and 4-shade palettes. The 9-shade palettes are $32.99 and the mini 4-shade palettes are $14.99. And of course, each shade can be bought individually and you can create your own palettes, because each of the palettes is magnetic backed and also comes empty, so that you can actually create your own little palette if you want to. So to buy them individually, they're $5.49 a piece, which is a great price. I was actually looking for individual pans of eyeshadow recently, and that was kind of the lowest price that I saw comparatively. Like, I was looking at the ones from Urban Decay. I think they're like $22 a piece. I was looking at the Anastasia ones. They're about $20 a piece. And what I love about her idea for the matrix system is that you can customize this to make whatever you want of it. And so that's why she went to the squares, because 4 eyeshadow squares are the same size as one pan of like a bronzer. And so you can create your own like full face or travel palette. So let's say you wanted to get 3, 6, 9, let's say you wanted to buy 12 eyeshadows and you wanted to buy 4 face products. You could put in a bronzer, a couple of blushes, and a highlighter over here, and then you could have a perfect all-in-one palette, which is actually what I think I'm going to do with this. I'm definitely going to swap in a couple of the shimmers from over here and swap out a couple of colors from over here. So let's look at these palettes individually. Of course, you guys know that I am way more drawn to this neutrals palette. This is definitely right up my alley, definitely my cup of tea. And I love how this is laid out. I love how you get all your pale colors over here on this side, and then you get all these different hues as you go to the left over here. So these are kind of cool grayish browns, and they go from light all the way to dark. Then these are a little bit slightly warmer browns here, then really warm browns with a nice baked brick there. Then there are some mauves in here, then some more pink hues, and then over here these are a little bit more mustardy, a little bit more yellowy browns, if those are your cup of tea. And the second palette they sent is the colorful palette. If you guys know me at all, you know that this is just not my cup of tea, not my jam. The row that I am most interested in this palette is, of course, the top row of shimmers. Probably the 4 on this side are what I'll get the most use out of. I can't really see me getting much use out of this green, although this peacock blue is just gorgeous. Oh my gosh, look at those 2 colors. Sometimes I wish I was 20 again so I could wear these. I mean, I guess I can. I'm going to try them someday. Based on these 2 palettes, it looks like they're going mainly with mattes and then foiled pigments, whereas before I feel like they had a lot of satins and shimmers as well as the foils. So I feel like they're kind of paring down the line a little bit as far as the different finishes go. I compared the feel of the new eyeshadows with some of the older eyeshadows that I have, and they feel just about the same. I can't really say that there's a huge difference in the feeling. They definitely are kind of a powdery feeling eyeshadow, and they always have been. I'd say these guys are maybe a little bit creamier, a little bit less powdery than the original ones, and I do like how these apply. You know, one thing that I complain about with most palettes is that they don't have a light enough matte crease color for me, because you know I don't want anything super dark in the crease, and this definitely has light enough crease colors. Everything across this top row is definitely like a perfect crease color for me, and so you can blend it in there and it doesn't go too dark and too smoky too fast. I mean, this one even looks like a little bit dark for a crease color, this gray, but it's not. It just goes on so nice and sheer and soft, and I think that's what I really like about these, especially for, you know, older people. The colors aren't loud and in your face, and they just blend out so beautifully, and then you can build it up if you want, but you can also do something that's kind of soft and quiet, and I think that that, you know, looks really nice. Of course, you know, if you want to go crazy and do something loud, then that's what this palette is for. So the palettes arrived a couple of weeks ago. I have been having a ton of fun playing with them, mainly with this palette, and I've done a couple of different eye looks with it. So I can bring a few of those in for you to see now. I did just kind of a basic warmer brown look the other day, and then I did something a little bit more mauve-y. Then today I went with something a little bit more purpley because I'm wearing this kind of purpley maroon shirt. I really think this is a very pretty eyeshadow. It blends really great. I love it. I think you cannot go wrong with Makeup Geek eyeshadows in general. So I'm not going to do full tutorials in this video, but I'm going to show you me applying them so that you can see exactly what shades I used and where I put them. So first I'm going to go in with, I guess I'll go the lightest shade. Lightest whitest shade in the upper left hand corner. Alright, so that has really nice color payout. Okay, next I'm going to go in with the Wayne Goss number 17 brush, and I'm going to dip into, I guess, this guy right here. Nice and neutral, just like a plain neutral. That's what I feel like most palettes are missing, are a real neutral crease color. So this would be, if I was going to buy a quad, this would definitely be one that I would include in it. Blendability seems really good. The color payout seems good. They don't seem to go on patchy. You can kind of control where you're putting it. They blend together really nicely, but they don't disappear. That's really nice. Okay, now going in with the Wayne Goss number 19. I think I'll do something a little more purpley, bring a little purple into it, a little plum, so I'm going to go into this color down here. That is really pretty. It's making a really pretty eye look. Just going to blend that out. This is the Wayne Goss number 16 brush. Now I feel like I want to put some of this lavender across on the eyelid. Sigma E56 lid shader. Going to go in with this like little lavender color here. That's really pretty. All right, so then for the shimmer shade on my lid, I'm going to go ahead and use this like taupey one. And first I'm going to try to put it on with a brush. I'm going to use that same Sigma E56 lid shader. And we'll see what kind of color payout we get with a brush. It's pretty good. That looks nice and metallic-y. And then let me go ahead and apply it on this eye with just my finger. Pretty big difference. It looks much more foiled on this eye, applying it with the finger. But I didn't blend it yet, so let me just do a little bit of blending in the middle there. I'm not coming all the way across. So I'll add some with the finger to this eye too so that they match up. But I think that's a really pretty eye look. Very nice. And I even used two of these shades for a real beginner's eyeshadow tutorial that I did a week or two ago. It was in my Makeup 101 for Mature Beginners series. And so using the shadows from this was the perfect thing to use because they just blend out so beautifully. And what I noticed in that video is there was absolutely no fallout. I just think the quality on these is so good. They're so blendable. I think they're really great for eyeshadow lovers of all abilities and of all ages. If you want to pack on heavy color and really load up your brush, you can do that. Is that how I apply my eyeshadow? No, I tend to go for more of a soft, really diffused, more natural look, but even so I can get that look out of these, and you can also get more of a, you know, editorial, colorful, stylized look out of them. So whatever you're going for, you can get it with these Makeup Geek eyeshadows. Definitely worth checking out the Makeup Geek line, whether you want to customize your own palette. You know, I mean, a lot of times, you know, the palettes come in and it's just so many colors that I'm not going to use that I think it's like, probably time to make a custom palette that I am going to look forward to using every time I want to do my eyeshadow, and then it's going to be like a go-to everyday eyeshadow. So that's pretty much everything I had to say about the Makeup Geek relaunch. If you enjoyed the video, found it helpful and informative, go ahead and give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. So have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.